Sha'Carri Richardson is a 2023 100-meter world champion, and this happened after she was suspended from the 2020 Olympics, and everyone thought her career was over. Yet somehow she came back and became the fastest woman in the world. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how Sha'Carri Richardson redeemed herself and how you can bounce back from any failure you experience. In 2020, Sha'Carri Richardson was on track to be the next superstar. She had just broken the collegiate 100-meter record at just 19 years old and qualified for the 2020 Olympics. But right after qualification, she received news from a reporter that her mother had passed. This traumatic experience caused her to spiral into hopelessness, and she used marijuana to cope with her pain. This resulted in her failing her drug test and getting suspended for a month, making her ineligible for the Olympics entirely. The next couple years were shaky as she continued to deal with grieving for her mother, receiving massive criticism, and struggling with confidence on the track as she tried to return to top form. The following year, she didn't even make the national team for the World Championships. But in the spring of 2023, she won her first major race since the incident. A couple months later in July, at the USA Track and Field Championships, Richardson became the US national champion in the 100-meter sprint, qualifying her for the World Championships. Then at the World Championships, she won gold in the 100 meters, making her the fastest woman in the world. Then how did Sha'Carri rise to the top, fall to the bottom, then rise even higher than she had before?
I'm not back, I'm better.
Sha'Carri had the mentality while she was at her low point that she didn't just want to come back, she wanted to come back better. How do you do this? My junior year of high school, we lost the state championship. And we didn't just lose it, we lost it in probably the worst way possible. We were undefeated going into the state final. In the entire season, we had one goal, and that was winning the state championship trophy. In the state final, the game was back and forth, and at the end of regular time and overtime, the game was tied. It went to penalty kicks, and you typically only take 5, but since everyone made theirs, it went to 10 penalty kicks. And on the 10th PK, our captain stepped up to take one. Everyone was quiet with anticipation as he ran up and took a shot. The next thing you heard was as the ball hit the post and bounced away. Our team just stood there in disbelief as our opponents rushed the field in celebration, and it sank in that we lost the state championship. The next year, when my class was seniors, we decided to use that heartbreaking loss as motivation the whole season to train and play harder to get our redemption. We also learned from our failure and realized that we were a bit too serious last year. Every game held an immense amount of pressure that we had to win, and it damaged the relationships on our team. So we took the opposite approach of last year and focused on just having fun. We involved the bench players and the freshmen and even the manager so that we all felt like a cohesive team. And guess what happened? The next year we went on to redeem ourselves and win the state championship. This is also how Sha'Carri redeemed herself. She learned from her mistakes that led to her missing the Olympics and found better ways to deal with the pressure and expectation. In addition, she used the pain of missing the Olympics and all the criticism she received to come back stronger and better than ever. And that's what led to her World Championship win. If you've recently had a tough failure, determine what you learned from the situation. Then remember the pain of the loss and all the criticism you received, and use that to motivate you to work harder and redeem yourself. So whatever disappointing and discouraging situation you encounter, you can always find value in it. Learn from it and use it as fuel so that you don't just come back, you come back better.